Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Goost Shit Podcast. How are we all doing today?
I'm good. It's me, your co-host. Or wait, sorry, it's me, Mark Zombie, the second co-host to the Good Shit Podcast. Or wait, we've got the co-host Joe Zombie, and then Goose and Mark are the hosts.
Yeah, correct. That's correct.
We're not live.
Works out perfectly.
All right, I think I got it when we actually go live. I think I got it. All right,
Okay.
I'm ready.
Live in 3,
Countdown.
Okay, 3,
2,
2, 1.
Welcome everybody to the Good Shit Podcast. We got Pixelated Pumpkin, Giggles the Clown, Spiver in the chats. It's me, Mark Zombie, and Floppagoose, the host of the Good Shit Podcast. We're also joined by Joe Zombie 93, the co-host. What is up, Joe?
Mark, just chilling, hanging out. Glad to be here, and pumped for today for the Good Shit Podcast. And then,
Big day.
Big day indeed. Yeah.
Then a little later on, Mark himself has a little something going on.
Let's talk about that. Yeah, let's talk about that.
Oh, should I? Well, okay,
Yeah.
I will. Hold on, I'll talk about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
Get some water. Get some water. Let's get some water in here.
I'll just get that.
Yeah.
But yes, we in the chat there. Of course, we've mentioned this, and everyone's like, "Oh, Nexus Gaming Series, Heroes of the Storm." I'm not really into that, but it's something that me and Joe have been doing a lot of work for, just amateur Heroes of the Storm. So it's an esports league, all run by the community for the community, and it's actually grand finals. So basically, in the NGS, there's like a bunch of different divisions, but there's like B East, B West, C East, C West, D East, D West, A, and Heroic. And we're at the point in the league right now where the top team of Division C has been, C West has been determined. The top team of C East has been determined, and now they're going to go head to head. East versus West clash for the grand finals.
Ooh.
And I will be casting the grand finals there, which I got the times. I'm gonna look that up real quick, but that is gonna be going down tonight. And Joe Zombie has been joining me all season, co-casting away.
Yeah, been tremendous amounts of fun, and it's awesome just to get a different aspect to the game that you're used to playing and love. So it's cool to commentate and kind of have a voice on it.
Yeah, absolutely. And then I just posted a little bit of spam there with the times.
Ooh, nice.
It's gonna be nuts. It's taking place over on very likely it's gonna be on the Nexus Gaming Series Twitch page. There's a chance it'll be on their second page, but that's only if there's another grand final going on. So only if that one takes a really long time.
Gotcha.
But just last week, the Division D finals were going on, the grand finals, and they hit over 100 concurrent viewers. So should be pretty hype.
Yeah, we're excited.
Yeah.
Pretty excited.
Pretty excited. Gonna be awesome.
Yeah, and I think Heroes of the Storm is kind of like the forgotten stepchild or whatever, of MOBAs. And people will be like, oh yeah, I'm not really a fan of League of Legends or whatever. I play Dota, Heroes of the Storm is not for me. I don't like MOBAs, but it's really unique. And I think it's unique in that it's actually very watchable, even if you're not super familiar with the game. League of Legends and Dota is it's not the greatest just viewership. Unless you know the game and know what's going on, it's not visually
It's
obvious
hard.
or
It's hard to take in as well as a viewer. If you're new to it, it's kind of what's actually going on in the game itself.
Yeah, and Heroes is a lot more cut and dry, straightforward. Two teams, five members from this team and 5 members from Red versus Blue, going in. It's just very visually, kind of easier to tell what's going on. So But that is that's my spiel. But we had some other stuff to chat about there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Goose is excited for the Amsterdam TwitchCon coming up in May.
Whoa, coming up in May. Ooh.
Are you going, Goose?
Yeah, I'll probably be going there. I made a promise back in April, back in the first TwitchCon EU that I went to this year, with the people that I was there, meeting Vic, Chantal, Joan Plantas, Weebaka,
Okay.
and other people. We made a promise to at least try to meet up at the next TwitchCon EU. So, yeah, I want to keep up with a promise. So, I'm excited. I'm happy for it.
How much travel is that?
It's about the flight itself is about 6 hour, 4 4 hour flights. 4 hour flights.
Okay.
It's not too bad.
Yeah, kind of like short to medium length.
Yeah. And the prices aren't too bad either. You can get away rather cheap as well. So.
And is it like two days or is it over a weekend?
I think it's probably 2 days. I'm pretty sure. I haven't looked up too much, but last time it was 2 days. But I think about maybe staying there for a little longer, having a longer weekend over there to explore more of the city. Because I never been to Amsterdam, so it would be awesome to actually be there, explore the city and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
And now this time at least, I already experienced the last TwitchCon, and that was also my first con experience itself. And I've done most of the things that I could possibly do there. So I feel this time around, I just want to at least go there and just meet people and hang out, rather than just experience and look at things and be like, oh, let's do this, let's do that. Just want to rather just hang out with people. I feel like
Hell yeah.
that part of placement.
Going, what? I'm jealous that Spiver's going.
Spiver's going. What?
Yes, it would be a perfect
No,
addition.
And
Spiver.
oh, nice. Nice.
Pumpkin.
Yes, JCK.
Oh, as well. Pumpkin, Mark, Joe, everybody, just come over to Amsterdam.
I mean, I wanted to go to Amsterdam. I've been wanting to go to Amsterdam for a long time. Pretty legendary city, I would say.
Yeah, definitely. At least you have to go there once in a lifetime, I feel like.
Yeah. Capital of the Netherlands. How about that?
Exactly. Hi, Connor Wood, and also hi, Tess Wolf. Thank you so much for follow. Serious, thank you so much for the videos. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so we were kind of chatting off air, we were talking about TwitchCon, of course, TwitchCon San Diego or whatever, right? Or,
It's going on
is that where it
right now.
was?
Or be going on.
Some stuff coming out of that, affiliates getting ad revenues. That's okay. No, that's cool.
Yeah.
It's it's better than not, I suppose, and it's not going to be a huge difference. But
it's something. I mean, it's a nice thing, nice gesture. I feel like, at least.
Right.
But we heard some other news as well. That has been happening. It's a tragedy.
Yeah, a couple of days ago, there was a big tweet from Annie Munition about TwitchCon, and I don't know. Do you have the article posted, Goose? Maybe share the.
Have it. Let's see here.
Pretty much just I think this is. I'm not so up to date on news from TwitchCons in previous years, but I think it's kind of something that's not especially new. But basically, she posted a tweet, a picture of basically the way they're serving drinks at the Twitch partner party.
Yeah.
They're kind of pre-pouring all the drinks and just leaving them out on your table, which kind of is a pretty large safety concern for people spiking drinks and whatnot. And then I don't know if it was last night, but there was another streamer who was sent to the hospital because of exactly that.
This is the one when I had she got sent to the hospital. She almost last night I got roofied. Toxis came back with benzos in my system. We combined with alcohol, could have meant death. Thankful my friends were there for me and saved my life. I don't think I'll be around the rest of TwitchCon. Hope you understand. And then yeah.
So
being
that's
hospitalized.
super fucked up.
That's really fucked up. Like, what in the actual fuck? Why would you do that?
Well, I think I was kind of talking about this a little bit with Amanda this morning, and like, when I first saw like the headline, I was like, okay, well, like, is this actually legitimate? Because like, trying to be like non-partial, because I saw the article from 2 days ago, and someone could be like, oh, they could use that as like a springboard to be like, oh, well, like, I'm gonna, whatever. But this is like actually something that happened, and like, I think it's pretty scary. And Twitch itself as a platform, kind of like, almost for people that have like that issue of like stalking others, or it kind of breeds that. It's like, oh yeah, I can just like live streaming in itself. It kind of like really, it's not a good combination.
Yeah, I don't know, like,
so
you also see like picture here how they serve the drinks as well.
Yes.
This huge table here.
I saw that 2 days ago. Like, that tweet kind of blew up, and I was like, oh damn, like, yeah, that's not especially safe.
Yeah.
It's fine.
You can just walk by and like it's like put something in there and be like, whoop.
Yeah. Spyver says stuff should never happen. Good, isn't a good combination at all. Yeah, like, as not trying to be a downer or anything, but
yeah.
Any comments on that, Joe?
I mean, I don't know if it's like, you've heard stories like in Europe, could it be like a culture thing? Because like when we were explaining it to Goose before the podcast, he like kind of was like,
well, yeah, we said roofied, and Goose was like, what's roofied?
It was more like the term itself, not the actual action. Like, of course, the action itself is something that happens everywhere, but it's more like the actual term roofie. It's like, what does roofie mean?
Spiked your dream.
Spiked dream.
Yeah, and I think with like Twitch, like kind of getting more popular in the past couple of years, you're just obviously going to draw a lot more people to those types of like Twitch cons, which are just like for a lot of people big parties. Out there like to network or actually like network or work or anything like that.
Yeah, or meet. Yeah, right. Exactly. Networking, meeting other. Right.
You're gonna get a lot of weirdos and just like a lot of people that aren't there for the right reasons.
And that's the thing, like, you don't have much of like a background check on people when they go over and register. Just like, I'm gonna be registered as a viewer or registered as affiliate. It's like,
it's like, oh, you got some money, you paid us, okay, you're in.
Exactly. It's like, you paid us money. It's all good. You're all good.
Like, especially serving drinks like that, it's kind of just like a double whammy. Like, something's like,
and I get like they're like, I don't know, obviously it's just like someone wasn't, we don't know for sure, but like someone wasn't thinking. It's like, oh yeah, it'd be convenient, we'll just pour out all the drinks so we won't have to like, otherwise you need like a bartender that's gonna like take each person's individual order, which like yes, but it's not like you kind of have to bite that bullet if for the safety of it. So and that like that's kind of, I was chatting with Amanda, like Twitch kind of like live streaming in general, like people that have that issue or like delusional or whatever fucked up weirdos, like the platform itself is like not good for their mental health, because they can like you can literally like just stalk someone online and like right, and then it's like, oh yeah, TwitchCon's coming up, I want to like go like actually meet this person, I know where they're gonna be. So
that was back. That was like a partner.
Yeah, partners party.
Yeah,
whatever.
Yeah, I don't remember everything. It was something like that back in the EU one. They had like a bar, but did nothing like set it up for convenience like that. It was just a bar, I believe, where you can get drinks. But it was like, I don't know. I think it was still like you have to, like, of course, buy for it, but it was like expensive, and it's like,
right, yeah.
So people, not many people, so like not many people still really didn't really buy drinks. It's like they really want to get drinks. It's more like, well, let's just go outside and just
exactly
go to a pub, like, because it was everything was like so expensive at the con. It's like you get water and stuff like that.
Right, yeah. So you went to I guess we could. I mean, if you want to talk about, we had a couple ideas today. We're gonna try to keep it a little bit shorter of a show.
Yeah.
Because I mentioned earlier, Joe and I are doing the grand finals. We got quite a bit of prep work to do for that, as well as real life stuff. So, but we were thinking about we could run the Amiibo tournament if we got people that are jonesing for that. Maybe more of a smaller one, kind of like we did last week, but or we can kind of just chat because you know, Goose, you went to. I heard a little bit about your TwitchCon experience, but not too much detail.
Not too much details. Yeah. Like for me, it was more about the like. I never been to like a con before, really. It was my very first experience of doing something like that. And the only person that I knew going over there was Vic, the one and only Vic.
Okay.
Was the only person I knew, and because he lives in Berlin, where it actually held. It was TwitchCon EU. The first one was in Berlin, and yeah, even that was just like.
Was that the very first EU TwitchCon ever?
Yep, that was the very first EU TwitchCon as well. So it's also like big thing. Yeah, this is gonna be number 2. So yes, the first one was a big thing for Twitch itself, but it's like for the community as a whole. Like, like oh shit! Yeah. So now like the EU people have more accessibility for going to TwitchCon itself to meet people, to connect with each other and hang out and stuff like that, and network as well. It's also about networking as well.
Right.
That's one of the bigger kind of like not bigger, but one of the big parts about being in there, to able to get to know other people and network. If you are, of course, a streamer, you want to do that. You don't have to, of course. You don't have to, of course, but it kind of becomes like automatically when you get there. If you are a streamer, it kind of automatically be like. You get to meet people, and it automatically is like you're just interacting because you have your badge around. Even the first when you the day before the con itself, you go to pick up your badge or whatever.
Does your badge have? Is it say like, oh, I'm a Twitch affiliate, or like, here's my link, or whatever?
Yeah, it does. But it doesn't say the link, but it says like it does say affiliate, and then my
name.
You
still have it?
Oh yes, I have it here.
So like, you could like print out a QR code and like stick it to that, and the QR code goes to your page and stuff like that.
Technically, it could have something done that like that. It would be cool if they did. Yeah. So it says like, of course, like it says like you also got like the badge itself has like different colors, depending on if you were a viewer or if you were affiliate or if you were a partner. So you can not only see it on the name itself of your affiliate, but you can also see it on the color if you are what you actually are. So if you were a blue colored badge, you would be like, oh, you're affiliate. Oh, let's interact, let's network, blah, 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 you know.
Right. Yeah.
And also like it was a bit
collab.
Let's collab. Where? And that's the funny thing. Like the day me and Vic got the actual badge, and we walked around, we just like immediately saw other people having a badge. And we just like immediately like those other people and also us just like, oh hi, how you doing? And then like kind of already like started to like interact with each other.
Yeah.
Because we all knew about what we were interested in and where we're going to eventually. And I also remember at my hotel that there was some people that saw my badge and they were like, "Oh, you go to TwitchCon?" I'm like, "Yeah, I go to TwitchCon." "Oh, that's cool. That's awesome. Here's my business card. Let's see if we can hang out later." I'm like, "Okay, cool, whatever."
Right. I've never been. I haven't been to like a. I don't know if I really ever been to like a convention.
Yeah.
But like Twitch as a convention itself, like especially like going as a streamer, it's like kind of like a business. So like of course like
it is technically a business. If you have the intention of like networking and stuff like that, and of course it is a business in that way. For me, it was more of I just want to meet new people. I want to meet Vic, of course, hang out with him, but I just want to meet new faces. hang out and get new friends. I got to do that, and we able to.
Yeah, and I'm sure like the venue and like everything is like kind of like the conference hall. It's all like decked out, and there's a lot of like cool like visual stuff going on, and they do presentations where they tell you about new features and whatnot coming up. So like, yeah,
they have like there's cool like all the venues, all the features updates we're talking about, all the events that were happening. It was also cool is like walk around in the actual like the booths and stuff like that, interacting with the different like publishers and designers and whatnot that was there as well.
Yeah, I guess because it's also an opportunity for like game developers or whatnot to attend and like promote whatever they're working on. Network as well, meet people.
They knew what we were there for, and then like if you were interested, we go there. But it was just like friendly experience, and I actually. At the Corsair booth, I actually met 2 streamers that we had just hang out for a good while. It was an awesome experience. I don't know.
Nice.
Emo Ness. So if I went to TwitchCon, I would had a blue badge because I'm affiliate. So never been and didn't get to go this year, and that's why I ask. Yeah, you will get if you were. That's the thing when you register. If you would to go to TwitchCon and you register. It will see like your account, and it will see like, oh, are you affiliate? No, okay, not affiliate. Then you become like a viewer or whatever it's called. If you're affiliate, then you become affiliate. If you're partner, then you're partner, something like that. So
I'm really a lurker. Can I get my lurker badge, please?
the shitty part. I'll get stuck everywhere now. But the shitty part about the badge, not my badge, but if you were to feel like if you were like a viewer or whatever. I think it was a community member. I think what it was called. But the thing is that your name, even though you're registered, your name was not printed on the badge.
What? Really?
Yeah, your name was not printed on the badge. So you have to fill in your name on the fucking badge.
It's like Sharpie.
Yeah, because you got like a goodie bag, and in the goodie bag was a Sharpie.
Oh, okay.
So you had to like actually like.
Right, just trying to save money on printer ink. Toner is expensive these days.
But it's like bullshit because you already print out like all the fucking text and shit. You might just print out the fucking name as well. It's like,
right. It's like no one cares about your name. You're just a viewer.
It's hilarious. Like when I got my badge, the lady had trouble with the printer. It's like his printer's acting up again. We have low ink. Like
they're like, I
can fix that.
They ran out, so they had to put Sharpies. Like, go to the store and buy all the Sharpies you can.
Yeah, I thought it was silly. It's like, wow, so community members did not get their name printed on the badge. That's kind of lame. Wow, okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, first Twitch. So that's like something you can compare when you go to Amsterdam.
Sure. Yeah, there's something I can remember.
Yeah, it should just get better and better. So that's
cool. Obviously. And it was like a really like overall experience itself, the con itself, and all the people and the staff. The staff was really good, really friendly, and very helpful. It was a very good experience. I felt like, and they handled it very, very well. Even the silly things like, I'll see if I can show it here. Not sure, but like, I tried to find like the TwitchCon 2018 Golden Badge, because they had like these like not blind box, but kind of like these like badges, but like in a bag, whatever, blind bag, whatever, that you buy.
Mystery bag,
and you buy
surprise
one.
Mechanics.
Yeah, surprise mechanics, and you will get like the seems good emote, the Bob Ross.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
And all those. I have the whole collection. The cool cat, the residential sleeper somewhere as well. It's not on here. I don't know why, but yeah. So the one of the real one was the actual TwitchCon 2018, and at the last day, me and Vic, we just like asked the staff, like, "Hey, is it possible if you can help us find
Get the rest.
Yeah, find the badges."
Because it was like a few missing that you didn't have.
Yeah, there was some. I'm missing the cool cat, and I'm missing the TwitchCon 2018.
Okay.
I was missing Bob Ross as well. So I just like asked them. It's like, is it possible if you guys can help us? It's like find the last, because we already bought like quite a few, and we didn't get what we wanted. It's like we didn't really want to spend a lot of more money just because of that. So it's like asked nicely, and they're like, yeah, sure. So just help us like rummaging through like this like fucking box or whatever, it's trying to find everything. I was like,
Yeah, you never know until you ask. Worst case scenario, they'd be like, oh no, sorry.
yeah, exactly. You never know. And the funny thing is that we asked, we didn't get everything from one place, but we asked like the other place. They're like different location where you could get these. And we asked the other place as well, and they also helped out. I was like, oh yeah, sure. And because they also heard about us because they radio in. Oh yeah, we have some people here to try and find this. Can you help us out? So
that's actually radioed up.
Yeah, that's really cool.
You gotta get your own, make pins of your own emotes to like hand out or something.
Yeah. The rare goosey emotes. Yeah,
the smug ones.
Smug ones. Oh man, that would be really.
Donut Metroid. Okay, I see.
It's a donut Metroid.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good, yeah. It's a Metroid just like sucking life force out of a donut.
I do like the smug one. You had a couple. Are there just more that are just Discord only?
The rest are Discord only, yeah.
Okay. The smug one is really good.
It's actually just like the beak is like a mask that's strapped onto me.
Oh.
You can't really see, but if you click on it, you see like the white like kind of like this the strap.
Oh, yep. That's awesome. Shout outs to Missing Minds.
Yep, Missing Minds.
Fuck. What's up, bitches?
What's up, bitches?
Missing Minds, is that right?
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Ooh.
Oh. Well, there we go. Who got? Wait.
Ghost to Goose fixed it. Don't worry.
What did I do wrong?
Missings. Oh, you have S in miss. You have missings minds.
Oh.
It's missing minds. So that's why.
API error.
Oh shit. Oh. Awkward.
Yikes.
But yeah, I don't know. Should we? What do we?
I don't know. I'm not sure. We don't really have too big plans here, but
Just chilling, vanillin. Be right back. All right, Emo,
Yeah.
you mean us?
Yeah, I guess like the last thing I was like there's not too much I have to like say, but I've heard a lot of like kind of sketchy stuff about like Twitch's staff and like, you know, of course like favoring certain people or not giving like, you know, equal treatment across streamers when like, you know, there's like violations or whatever. And then like I've also heard like stuff specifically like at like all like a lot of the people like that work at Twitch are like, you know, it's kind of like younger, like young adults, you know, more or less. So like in charge. So, you know, they're also like, of course, at TwitchCon as well. And like, I don't know. It's just like kind of a really weird thing that's going on. But
True.
let's see if I can find any, like Twitch staff like
taking advantage.
Yeah, yep. Like bribing streamers or like, you know, not nepotism, but basically like, oh, we'll you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours kind of thing.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Really messed up stuff.
There's gotta be juicy stuff.
Okay, here we go. Spyver, especially present this year with the Alendi situation. Yes, they have a lot to improve on. Yeah, I remember like, yeah, she launched her cat. She just like threw her cat and then
threw what?
Yeah,
cat?
Maybe Spyver can drop some more information, but she pretty much like there was like 2 cases of like animal abuse like on stream.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, it's just them like playing favorites, and it's all like that's like all what it is. So they're not like non-partial, you know. They're humans, they're fallible as well.
Yeah.
And they have their own quirks going on where you know, even though they're like staff from, you know, whatever successful people, they still have like messed up stuff going on.
Of course.
The deeper meaning in Twitch.
But anything else that came out of any other big news, like cool stuff coming that came out of San Diego?
I haven't heard much else.
Yeah.
The only thing, well, like I see
I mean,
overall
the
like people
UI,
have.
the Twitch UI update. Sorry to interrupt you, but like that hit right, that dropped right
Did you?
before.
The funny thing is that not everyone has gotten the update. It's only selected people that got it.
Really?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah, it is weird. Only selected people has like gotten the update.
Mine's like fully updated.
And mine's
Yeah.
updated as well.
Like, weird.
I honestly, I mean, I would have to look at it side to side, and I can see what people are saying about the text and stuff, but I honestly don't have a problem with it. I think it's fine. It's like it seems like very minor.
I don't know. I don't.
Um,
I mean, I guess I get used, but I'm not. I don't really like it that much. I don't know. It's just like for me, the font is weird for me. It is for my eyes. It's like I don't know.
Yeah, it's almost like
kinda-
it's almost like it's one notch too close to Comic Sans.
Yeah, it's just like my eyes, especially like the if you do lines, the lines doesn't connect. It gets like this like a space in between the lines. So if I do like, let's see here.
Did they change like the chat text too?
Yeah, see.
That used to connect.
Yeah, I used to connect.
Oh.
So you'll be like one straight line.
Oh.
But now it's just like there's like a space in between the lines. So it looks like crap. Like what the fuck?
You got teeth now.
You got teeth, man. It's like looks more like stitches basically. like a zipper. Yeah, personally, I'm not too much happy with the layout, but I will get used to it as always. As always.
Is it like so? I feel like I always like they used to have like dark mode, right? Of course, like
Yeah. This is
I
like
don't know, I
dark.
feel like-
This is like darker mode.
yeah, it's definitely.
It's
the,
really
like,
dark.
Yeah.
It really not. It blends in weirdly. I feel like because it should be more like grayish. I feel like.
Yeah, I've kind of gotten used to it. Like, I'm either way, honestly, myself.
Yeah, and I saw a video earlier today that Lobemeister linked in the Discord, on my Discord, talking about the font. There's a font called Helvetica.
Yeah, how about it go?
Yeah, and a
Like,
lot
one
of
the most
companies.
common.
Yeah, one of the most common fonts, and a lot of companies are going away from it or making their own like Helvetica
Right.
font, basically.
People are very used to that because it's so ubiquitous.
Yeah.
There's
so-
actually a documentary. I don't know if and maybe it's on Netflix, but there's a documentary about the font Helvetica.
Hmm.
That's pretty interesting.
I thought it was interesting how
fonts seem like fonts. I feel like I don't know. I used to work as a software developer, mostly doing web development. So fonts are very important. And but so it might seem like boring, like oh, a documentary about a font, but there's actually a lot of like interesting stuff going on.
it is. Yeah, I never cared about it, but when I worked as an IT technician, and worked kind of towards more against helping people with fonts, basically.
Yeah.
You get custom with
Once-
fonts. It's like, oh, okay. So
And once you like can recognize it, you'll see it everywhere.
yeah,
Like, you know, there's
It's-
like T-shirts. I've got like a T-shirt. It's like, oh yeah, that's Helvetica font on the shirt.
yeah. It's like, oh, this is Robert or Robert, whatever it's called.
Robert-
Google has. Yeah.
Haha.
Yeah, so a lot of people have like
the...
their own layouts, fonts. Yeah, I don't know. The font is, I don't know. Font is weird to me, really weird. But oh well, could be worse.
All right. Well, we talked about the new font, so we can move on to the next subject.
Yep.
Hopefully dinging soon and rating next week, boys. Gotta
Yep.
Get these rate times in.
What level are you now? Like almost 60?
57.
57?
Yeah.
Shit.
Joe stopped by my house last night, and we were watching My Hero Academia. But we were talking. Joe was mentioning he was getting some help from a friend or a guildie, and it's like, oh my god, I'm leveling so fast. I went from 56 to 57 in 4 hours.
Yeah.
Wow. That's actually pretty impressive.
Yeah, it's fucked. Just my mages are rigged.
But-
Mages are OP.
But
Just
that's a
like-
funny thing. It doesn't sound much like, oh, 1 level in 4 hours.
Right. No,
That's
it
like
doesn't.
that's like nothing. Like what do you mean?
Yeah.
Like what? That's but in World of Warcraft, like vanilla or classic, it's like that's a huge deal. 4 hours.
56.
Yeah, especially like being a warrior, you know.
It sucks being a warrior leveling up.
Yeah, it does.
It fucking
Yeah, it
does. It's struggling. It's struggling.
I was like level 40, and I'm like, man, I should re-roll.
Uh,
It's a mistake.
what have I
Should've been a
done?
mage.
I fucking been much.
The warriors are important though. I hear you need at least 4 tanks
Yeah.
for
They are
MC.
important. MC, what?
Well,
Yeah. Got a reliable source. I won't name any names, but got a very reliable source saying that you need at least 4 tanks, Joe.
Well, we'll have them. We'll have them. Don't worry.
yeah. I don't know. I've been slacking behind a lot on classic. I'm afraid.
Yeah.
I know. I want to
Yeah,
go
I
back,
mean-
but I feel like I don't know. I'm just like there's so many other stuff I want to do, and there's
Right.
time constraints. Been working, and it's like the problem with classic is that it is extremely time consuming, and it's like every time
You
I
kind of have
start
to go
playing
all
it.
in.
Yeah, it's like every time I start playing it, it's like I feel like I'd make no progress at all, and it's like so defeating because like I have so little time to play it.
Yeah.
It's like,
I'm kind of enjoying like not rushing though. Like, yeah, I really do
Yeah.
want to like be max level and stuff. But like, I've been like playing like once a week, and then sometimes like me and Amanda have been doing the like Saturday co-op.
yeah.
Oops, muted my mic. But
Like, what?
What the fuck?
like last Saturday we streamed for 6 hours, and I think we got maybe like 3 levels, but we're only like level 20,
Okay.
or like mid 20s.
Yeah, yeah.
But you know, we'll see. Like when my subscription runs out, that's when it's gonna hurt. So like I use the token, raw token, for my first one. So I'll be like,
Same.
Swoo.
So did
I think I bought like a 3-month subscription or something. So I have a couple months left, bro.
You'll level a couple more times. It's fine.
yeah.
oh yeah, I'm sure. Wow, message here from the chat. JCK 500 says WoW tokens are super expensive in gold now. Yeah,
Super.
I think it was like 140K when I bought it.
Holy
or like
shit.
Maybe 120K. I forget. I didn't even have I couldn't even like sign on to my character, but it just let me buy it from the login screen. So I don't even know how much gold I had on retail.
Huh. Okay.
But I feel like when I was playing like towards the beginning of BFA, or like, you know, a little like maybe a month into BFA, it was around like 45-50K. I could be completely wrong. I'm sure there's a website that has tracked it, but of course that price is gonna spike when Classic comes out, because of the fact that you can use a WoW token to pay
Yeah.
for Classic. And I also heard like they tripled their subscriber base or something.
Ooh.
I
Wow.
wasn't surprised.
Damn.
That's what I heard that too.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes
oh, and
sense.
So another thing I guess we can talk about. Maybe we'll just hold off on the Amoeba tournament. No one's really jumping at the.
Yeah. I mean, we won't really have much time either way.
Yeah. So there was a little bit of drama that came out with the World of Warcraft like Recruit a Friend. You know, they brought that back,
Yeah.
or at least they revamped it. Are you
Yeah.
familiar at all with that?
I know. I heard about it. Yeah, because I was trying to do it. They had like in the maintenance basically, or revamping it basically.
Yeah. Joe, are you familiar with that?
Not like the revamp really, but I know about like the recruit friend.
So okay, well there was like some controversy. Like basically, yeah, you could invite someone who either has never had a World of Warcraft account,
Mm.
and then your accounts are linked up. You get bonus experience. You can, if you recruit X amount of players and they pay for this much game time, you can earn all these different rewards. It was like
Yeah.
almost like a pyramid scheme kind of ish, like
Yeah.
structure, where it's like,
Yeah.
oh well, if you recruit someone and then they recruit someone, then I get payback, or I get
You
benefits.
get something back from that. Yeah.
But the kind of like where the drama came out was the they used to have it so you could like the scroll of resurrection, I think is what they called it. You could like revive an old account. So like not just for new accounts. So of course you can invite someone who's never played a World of Warcraft, but they had the scroll of resurrection where it's like, okay, well if you have a World of Warcraft account, but you haven't played in a year, 2 years, well you can be a target for this recruiter friend as well, like a resurrection, like we're bringing you back. Right? So they did that. They brought that back, but they didn't unveil this recruiter friend until after WoW Classic like dropped. So a lot of those accounts that were eligible to be resurrected, like it's like you have to have not played World of Warcraft in like 2 or some odd years.
Yeah.
So like a lot of people that were eligible went and re-upped to play Classic, right?
Yeah.
So and then they released the recruiter friend thing. Well, it's like, oh well shit, like they obviously timed it out to get the like number of targeted accounts that were acceptable, you know, to be like lower.
Yeah.
Which like yeah, that's like a smart move by them. But like it kind of pissed a lot of people off. And just like stuff with like the cosmetics, like it's all like archaeology, it's like some pretty like cool cosmetics and their business, they're trying to make money. But like people were annoyed. It's like, oh well, you could just put those in archaeology. You know what? Like there's all these like cool, you know, like archaeology's like forgotten. All of those, like, archaeology professions.
I still archaeology. I still do that. What do you mean?
What do you mean? I can't get the camel mount through this?
I'd still try to get my ultramarine Karachi tank, bell tank.
Okay, so yeah, JCK, if you or anyone in the chat, if you have any more information that I maybe missed out on or was incorrect on. They re-upped to name reserve. Oh yes. They re-upped to name reserve. Then heard of the
What?
scroll of res. Right.
The re-up?
Because you could reserve your World of Warcraft Classic name.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I want to make sure I get Trumbar. So it's like, oh, okay, reserve your name now. Classic is launching. Make sure you get your original character's name. You got to have an active subscription. So people re-upped. You know, it was totally calculated. Where it's like,
yeah.
I mean, it's great. They're bringing back the Skull Resurrection and they can, you know, like, okay, recruit a friend, but they deliberately like timed it in a way to, you know, have that be less,
Yeah.
you know, convenient or whatnot for the people playing. But whatever.
Damn.
Activision, Blizzard.
Fucking Activision, bro.
Money.
Yeah, who knows how BlizzCon's gonna be this year.
Oh
Yeah,
my god.
I'm super
BlizzCon,
interested to
you
see
can only
It's so
see it.
close.
BlizzCon, you can only see it in your phone. You guys don't have
Only on
a
the
phone.
phone.
Then you can watch it.
You go to the App Store to download the BlizzCon app, and you're on a tablet, and it's like, oh, sorry, don't you have a phone? You can't use the app on the tablet. You're gonna have an IRL paywall.
Walk in, to poof.
Damn.
Yeah, but like, so here, do you think they you know, they always have like, they let people from the audience come up and ask questions, right?
Yeah.
After big announcements, they're like, okay, we just held the Diablo Immortal panel. Let's get you guys from the audience. Start lining up. Let's answer some questions.
Line them up. Line them up.
Line 'em up. Do you think they're gonna do that though?
Ooh, that is.
I mean,
what? But well,
Probably.
they will.
Overwatch
They
2.
will do. They will do that.
Yeah.
It'll be very cowardly if they didn't. Like it would be like obviously cowardly if they didn't. You
Right.
know, it would
Yeah.
be too
And
obvious.
they're
to
probably
do.
also like, I mean, a lot. So I forget the exact like statistics, but the like Blizzard stock, the plummet that it took after BlizzCon and stuff
Yeah.
was like very significant. So like I'm sure the like shareholders and like the higher ups in the business like
Yeah, there wasn't enough
they felt the
shareholders.
blow.
Yeah, they didn't have phones. That's why.
right. So like they're gonna, and you know, they're holding BlizzCon, and you know, why would they not? It's an insane moneymaker for them.
Yeah.
But I'm
Insane.
sure they're gonna like try to redeem themselves, because that last year was probably like, I mean, one of the lowest points I would say for Blizzard.
Can it get lower? Can it get lower?
We're about to find out.
They're gonna be
Overwatch
resurrected StarCraft ghosts, ladies and gentlemen.
2. Well, so there was a StarCraft. We talked about this, I think. I don't know if it was on podcast or not, but they had a StarCraft shooter that was in the works but canceled.
Yeah.
A few months back.
That'd be sick.
Yep.
Oh, when they canceled HOTS, yeah.
Was it Blip 2? Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
a dagger in the heart for sure.
That was a dagger for sure.
Tragic.
all the like staff, people working in esports, just like no, jobs like, hey, Merry Christmas, you don't have a job. And after like the one thing on that was like crazy because like in the heroes panel, they always have like in their presentation whatever, they would have like a PowerPoint and like floating words like fly at the screen. Like,
Yeah.
oh, there's gonna be clans coming up. There's gonna be HGC 2019 and like floating words that they showed at BlizzCon, and HGC 2019 was one of them.
Damn.
Wow.
So even the people like working on the game and the staff presenting at BlizzCon didn't even know. Like that's how that decision was made.
Yeah.
Like they literally flashed that on the screen is coming, but like, you know, it's not like I said, like they did like clans and stuff and other things they've done before and not delivered on. API. We're gonna create a public facing API so you don't have to use third party websites like HOTS logs, and you can actually like see like, oh, what's look more detailed statistics. But that of course doesn't come.
It's a tragedy.
It's a tragedy. Claire, Donut. Hi.
Claire.
Whoa.
Claire, I don't see Claire.
What?
I
No.
don't think
Oh, okay.
I see JC. The last message I see is JC.
Yeah.
Wait, what's so funny?
Nothing. What do you mean? Anyways, so.
All right. I'm lost, but did I have anything else on? Let's see, Blizzard, World of Warcraft. BlizzCon will be quite interesting, of course. Like Diablo 4, that's being talked like that's kind of like unofficially confirmed, right?
And
Yeah.
will they do it though? Will they do it?
Yeah.
There's been like tweets and stuff and like
The recruiting
news and leaks and yeah also
staff
like
members or like recruiting like
Yep.
people for like
application
development.
job postings.
Yeah, job postings.
That's
Thank
like
you.
that's a pretty like Spyver gonna be looking for now as East is almost ready. Might be in
Take
chat
care.
later. See you later, Spyver.
Okay, broski.
Peace out, Spiver.
Hopefully you had a good time here. We're kind of just lamping out.
Lamping it.
Maybe we'll see you later. But what was I gonna say? Like job postings. That's like a pretty prominent source for like Blizzard leaks.
Yeah.
It's like someone will post a thing onto the Blizzard like careers website. Hey, we're looking for a new mobile developer for a Diablo project.
Yeah.
So like I think Diablo 4 is kind of been confirmed for that, but I can tell you right now, the best version of Diablo is called Path of Exile. And Diablo 4.
You should download that right now because that is free.
It is free. A whole different subject. Fantastic game, but like I'm a huge Blizzard fanboy, and specifically like Diablo 2 is my first like online multiplayer game. Very very big part of my childhood was Diablo 2. I spent a lot of hours, but I don't have like in Diablo 4 it might be fine. I'm probably gonna play it.
I'm probably gonna play it as well. I'm a huge Diablo fan as well, but
I just don't think it's gonna like it's gonna be hard to like kind of top Path of Exile.
That's a beast on its own, Path of Exile right now.
Yeah.
They really crowned itself being like a true like Diablo-esque game. It's like taking over.
There's I'm gonna dig up a video here. Maybe I've mentioned it before, but like there's a very interesting so GDC is the Game Developers Conference, which is a bunch every year a bunch of game developers go and they talk about their latest projects or give speeches or whatever. And the guy from Path of Exile did a really awesome talk. I think it was called like designing Path of Exile to be played forever kind of thing.
Okay.
But he talks about like basically like the philosophy of the company. We were like a small team of 12 people working out of our garage.
Yeah.
We've played thousands and thousands of hours of Diablo 2, Torchlight, all of the action RPGs. We've studied like what's the most important thing? How can we keep this going and make it sustainable? And like everything from like the trading, to the end game, and it's a really awesome talk. So I'm gonna drop that link in the chat.
The huge talent tree.
Huge
Yeah,
fucking talent tree. It's just
globe.
like scary when you first look at it. It's like holy poop.
Yeah, but
big.
I think I would expect Diablo, a Diablo project. I would expect Overwatch 2, which like, boy, does that sound like.
Well, I'm just like, why do we need Overwatch 2? We have Overwatch. It's like,
Yes.
can we just like
Yes.
update it, give it expansion stuff like that for it
The
instead?
reason we need Overwatch 2 is because they didn't design the like pricing structure. Okay, like loot boxes. Overwatch came out right before Fortnite,
Yeah.
and Epic changed the game. Like they like found like psychologically all of the different tactics they can use to make masses and masses amounts of money from a game.
Yeah.
Right? Like making it free to play, available on all platforms, accessible to everyone, like everything, like the cosmetics, the ticking time clocks, like the countdown clocks, and like they are like, now printing money.
Yeah.
And Overwatch came out right before that. So like you buy the game, right? So first off, that's a barrier of entry. Not everyone can play it. You have to buy it for like, $40 or whatever, $60, whatever it was.
It was full price. It was still like, yeah. And then you had like microtransaction in it, buying these loot boxes.
But like that's why we're getting Overwatch 2, is because now like they need to redesign like the pricing structure or
be more like Apex or like Fortnite or anything like that. It's like
right. Yep. So I would I would put money on seeing something like that.
Yeah.
And actually, I heard that Counter-Strike Go is now free.
Really?
Yep.
Is it?
I don't know how long ago it was.
Interesting.
Actually, let me confirm that. But yes, one coworker said that.
Well, that's a whole different subject, like Counter-Strike Go and like their like,
oh my god,
the
gambling
loot boxes and the gambling and the keys. Yeah, like,
yeah,
that's nutty.
That is nutty.
But,
that's a whole subject on its own. We can go hours on into that.
The other like kind of rumors I guess I've heard about Overwatch 2, which I'm not personally like big Overwatch guy. But I heard like they're doing like a Left 4 Dead kind of thing, or like more PvE, like. Because like
in
like
Overwatch
Warhammer,
or like
Overwatch 2.
Okay.
Like kind of like Warhammer Vermintide or Left 4 Dead or so was there another one that came out recently here?
Hunter of the Reckoning. No.
Hunter of the Reckoning. We should play Hunter of the Reckoning on the Good Shit Podcast.
That is the zombie game, isn't it? Like PvP. Yeah.
It's almost like Gauntlet Legends. It's a top down.
It's top down. I think
co-op couch co-op game where it's like a twin stick kind of shooter almost.
Okay.
It is like a zombie game though. You move through a level. It's a very old. I think it was like original Xbox or
GameCube.
Damn.
GameCube.
Okay.
Yeah, Hunter of the Reckoning.
Because I think there was another game they just released.
GameCube. Oh my gosh.
It's on Steam. I don't remember what it's named, but it was basically like kind of like Left 4 Dead, but it's more like open world, and you had like it was more like PvP. Like one team was the survivors and one team was the zombies, basically. And you go around this world and it's like trying to survive and try to escape, basically.
It sounds kind of familiar.
I don't remember what it was called. It had a very specific, had a very like cell shading design to it as well. Very different.
Was it Borderlands 3?
No. Borderlands 3.
I don't know too many Steam games, so I can't think of it myself.
I'm trying to see here. Where was it? Yeah. Oh, Daisy is 30% off. Oh, sweet. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember what it was called. But it was kind of like a Left 4 Dead-esque kind of game, but like more PvP to it.
Okay.
So one team was like the zombies, and one team is the survivors, basically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Left 4 Dead had that, but it was kind of more like a little bit secondary, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure there's people that really enjoyed that and played like that as their main thing, but that was kind of like I'm gonna spawn in as a lurker or or whatever.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a boomer.
Oh, I'm a boomer. Oh, wow.
No, one, I think at least it was like random. You'd like just get spawned in as a random special zombie and have to make do.
Okay.
Had to make a doo-doo.
Yeah, I used to play that hard actually. Left 4 Dead.
It used to be quite competitive as well. Like they had a competitive scene with the PvP element to it as well, actually.
Yeah.
There was there was like a Goose. I think for some reason I think you might know this game, but it was like a source mod, like a Half-Life source mod, where it was like. It was the same kind of thing where one team was like the Space Marines, and then the second team was like the Zerg, pretty much, and you could evolve.
Oh yeah, wait, is it just called Evolve?
No, they made a second game recently. I remember playing it with our friend Samne. Shoot, they had a game come out. I actually have it on Steam, so let me scroll through my Steam library.
I have it as well. Let me also go through here.
Yeah, like if you were an alien, it was like a objective based kind of like PvP thing. But like if you were an alien, you could be like a.
And one could be like commander. Was it?
Yeah, like a little Zerglin, you could crawl through pipes or like stick to the ceiling and jump around and like attack.
And yeah, if you were the humans, one of the human can be like a commander basically and give out orders and give health pack and ammo and stuff like that.
Yeah, I want to say it starts with a D. I'm gonna look it up. Yeah.
Never played. Never seen.
But that was a ton of fun though.
That sounds like a good time, man, honestly.
Isn't it just natural selection?
Natural selection, yes.
Natural selection too.
Yep.
Play a lot of that.
That was a neat game.
That was a cool game. I had never had like anyone to play with. I just played like with randoms. But it was awesome. It was fucking damn hard to play as a Marine. Holy shit. It was almost impossible. It was so much fun.
So we're kind of, I guess, like right now we're kind of talking about almost asymmetrical, PvP shooters, right?
Yeah.
Like with like both that Left 4 Dead versus mode. Like one team is humans with guns,
yeah,
and then the other team is like
monsters or whatever.
Monsters with special abilities. So in that vein, I had.
What are you thinking about? We should play like natural selection. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
That'll be awesome.
Yeah, I'll have to reinstall it.
I have to reinstall it. It's called like Origin now. Natural Selection 2 Origin. That's what it's called.
It looks pretty sweet.
You could play as a human. You could also place out like turrets and you could get like mechs and stuff like that.
Lost my train of thought, but I got it back. So Splinter Cell Chaos Theory.
Yeah.
Did you ever play Splinter Cell games?
Very little. I wasn't much fan of Splinter Cell.
What?
I was like, it's a rip-off of Metal Gear.
Okay. Fair enough. Yeah.
That was I don't have much of like judgment to it nowadays, but back then it was like fucking rip-off.
So I don't know if this is true, but I think StarCraft Ghost turned into Splinter Cell Chaos Theory. Like they sold they salvaged it, almost like like Overwatch and Project Titan or whatever. But
did I? Because I tried to look up information about it, but never found anything. What happened was that I know I watched a documentary about it. What happened was that they juggle around with. They had like different studios basically making that game. They had like one studio making it, and it took like they made like the resources wasn't enough, and whoever made it at the beginning is like yeah, they just got kicked out. Then another company got in,
Yeah.
tried to salvage it, try to make it new, try to make something different. And then yeah, that never happened at all either. But they made it like much more functional, better. But it was still just like, yeah, not enough to make the game basically, resource wise. But it was in that second iteration, like when the second company came in, it was more. It looked more like kind of Halo-esque because you had like more like open
Are you talking
world.
about StarCraft Ghost?
StarCraft Ghost, yeah. Because you had like elements where you drove around. You can use like a vulture and stuff like that. You can drove around in open areas, and you can use different weapons, mechanics, and objects and stuff like that to do your objectives and complete them. It was very ambitious, but yeah. Obviously, they never. It would be awesome. It would be cool, but yeah, nah, dude.
Yeah, the way you're
Fair
describing
hard.
it, if it came out when it was supposed to, like when was that supposed to come out? Like early, late 2000s?
Yeah, it was like
Early,
around
mid.
mid. Yeah,
Like that game would have been sick as.
it would be
fuck.
if it came out at that time. It
At
would be
that time.
sick. Yeah,
That would have been ahead of its time.
Yeah.
100%.
So
way ambitious.
yeah, I was going with Splinter Cell cast theory. It was like an early Xbox Live, so they had a multiplayer,
yeah,
and it was and Joe, you should remember this because
Yeah,
I played it
I
with Bob a
remember it.
lot.
I
Yeah.
remember it.
But it was spies versus mercenaries. So it was
Yeah.
2v2. One team is spies, so like you have like gadgets and you're stealthing around and like trying to like it I don't know if it was like kill based or whatever, but like in the mercenaries you had guns and like ways like stun grenades to stop the spies. But me and Bob used to play that like 2v2 on Xbox Live, and it was just like so much fun.
Remember it being hard as fuck as the spies.
Yeah. Spies was very hard. Because yeah, you have to rely on stealth tactics, and mercenaries could just kind of like, that's with like asymmetrical games, like where the sides aren't even, or like they have different abilities and powers that sometimes can be very hard to balance.
yeah, for sure.
But that's still fun. You play co-op and everything too. Like missions.
They were like the early days of like Xbox Live as well.
Yeah. Halo
remember.
2.
Yeah, Halo 1, Halo 2. Trying to think
Halo-
what other games. Yeah.
That was definitely like a awesome time. Like I remember, early online multiplayer games like Halo 2 or whatever, where it's like, oh, me and my brother can like, it's like he was like, oh well, so you're telling me like, we can the two of us can both play together and go online, like you know, from the same console kind of thing.
Like couch, but go online. That was like fucking
That was
sick.
like, what? So cool.
Yeah, that was sick. That was
Yeah, I remember
amazing.
Going to the Beck's house and we would just trade off.
They don't do that anymore. They don't really do that anymore. We're like, you can do couch and just go online.
Yeah.
The only reason one I can find, like that I remember do like that, is Smash Ultimate. You can do couch and go online, but you can't go online 2v2 like with someone else.
Right, like you and I couldn't group up.
Yeah,
and, like, we could join a lobby and like
we
that's
can.
kind of
But if we
annoying.
were here locally, it's like right next to me, we could do it like couch wise, but not like online. That's so weird. Like what the fuck? That's like so backwards.
Back in the day of like Warcraft 3 and like Warcraft 3 Frozen Throne,
Yeah,
we were also like very much into Smash Melee.
yeah.
And me and Bob would like fantasize like, oh my god, imagine if like you and I could like queue up online for a ranked 2v2 and Smash and play. Like that was like kind of like a big dream, or like a pipe dream there. Like, oh my god, just like Warcraft, like if we could just do a 2v2 and like match us and like with a ladder and stuff. And finally with Smash Ultimate, they
They did that, but you can't do it online. It's like what?
They teased it more like it, honestly. Shit.
Yeah. I mean, they could probably fix that, but it's like, what? It's like that is so basic nowadays. I feel like.
Yeah. Nintendo. I mean, Nintendo's always been a little behind with their online.
Yeah, that's always definitely been behind about their online shit.
But their main games are badass.
Yeah, first party games are always like top notch. You can't complain with that.
Exactly.
So did we watch Goose? Did we watch the new like Switch like fitness, the new Nintendo Switch fitness thing, the Ring Fit Adventure?
No, we didn't.
Okay. we gotta watch. Do you know what I'm talking about? Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it, but I know what you're talking about. But we can watch that.
Okay. Let's watch that. There's one. Okay, we gotta watch this super cringy one. But there's like one that's maybe better than this one, but this half of the fun is the. Okay, so I just dropped the link.
Yeah.
It's either the new Nintendo Fitness. You know, Nintendo's always kind of been fitness forward and looking for ways to, break the mold of like, gamer drinking Mountain Dew, eating Doritos with a controller.
Yeah.
With Wii Sports and Wii Fit and the balance board and stuff. And I'm a Nintendo fanboy, so I've always kind of been into those. And this is their latest thing. It's either that or it's an episode of Black Mirror.
Let's see. I'm sure. Will you be able to hear from?
I think so.
Let's try.
Last time we could. I don't hear it.
Hey everyone.
Oh, wait.
Last week
Do you hear it?
we released this video. You saw some people moving their bodies, doing
Do you hear it? Do you hear it?
No, I don't.
I don't hear it.
Okay.
It's okay. Me and Joe can just press play at the same time, and we can just watch it like that.
Okay. So, on three.
Joe, are you
then.
ready?
Let me know.
Joe, you ready?
Ready.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Hey everyone. Last week we released this video. You saw some people moving their bodies, doing some kind of activity.
And having a
You haven't
pretty
seen
good
this at all, Goose?
Truthfully, they were playing a
Not
brand
the
new
actual,
adventure
like-
game for a Nintendo Switch. It's a bit different
Promotional
from what
kind
you
of
would
video.
expect.
It's an
Look at this
adventure
guy.
game first, but you'll actually be moving your body.
His eye, one eye kind of like red as well. He's like
Ring Fit Adventure.
Ring Fit
When you
Adventure.
think of an adventure, you probably picture a world in peril and enemies to battle.
He's like, I just want to murder everybody in this room right now. I want to paint this white wall with blood.
These are the
My
ring
white
cons
pants, I'm gonna
and
get them
leg
covered in blood. I'm gonna bleach them.
Just insert the Nintendo
Ring
Switch
con.
This looks
controllers
pretty
into
sweet.
the ring con and leg strap like this. Once they're in place, your quest can begin. In this game, you won't be pressing buttons on the Joy-Con controllers to move and attack. Instead, you'll use your whole body to explore the
I
world,
feel like the ring
battle
can,
enemies,
like the plastic can like
See, this
destroy.
is
Yeah.
It's actually an electronic device that senses and
I'm like, oh, I don't like doing that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Oh, no. Oh, don't do that. Don't do that.
Likewise, the leg strap will sense the movements of your lower body. Whether you're
God.
super fit or it's your first time exercising, you can calibrate the ring.
Milk the
to
cow,
match
milk the
your
cow.
personal ability.
I'm trying. I'm trying.
Adventure can be enjoyed by players of any fitness level.
Let's introduce the world of Ring Fit Adventure.
Oh, wow. Well.
The adventure begins when an evil bodybuilding dragon named Drago throws the world
Bodybuilding
into chaos.
dragon?
This world needs
Yeah.
our help.
Get the fuck out of here.
There's a lot of it to save. To move forward, simply jog in place.
Oh shit.
You can go
This is
slowly
revolutionary.
or quickly to navigate a guided
Have you
path
seen this,
through
Joe?
each course.
No.
Press in on the ring con to create a blast of air in the game. If you aim downwards, you can jump. You may find yourself paddleboarding, flying through the sky, or rolling ahead to get to each destination.
Along the way,
This is like
curious
Sonic
enemies
Adventure,
will
but
try
on,
to
like,
block your path
crack.
and engage you in fit battles. In these encounters, you and the enemy.
What the hell?
take turns to attack each other with fit skills. There are over 50 different skills to learn, separated into 4 different categories. Red fit skills.
RPG elements.
Be
Yeah.
Yellow skills rely on your The skills in blue target your legs.
My impressive.
Boom.
The color of each enemy will tell you which fit skills to use. If you use the right skills on the right enemies, you'll inflict greater damage.
When it's the enemy's turn,
Abgard.
press the ring con against your abs. This creates a shield that will reduce the damage of the attack. So work hard to make sure your defense is absolute.
Absolute. Get out of here.
Your success will be directly related to the accuracy of your movements. Take your time and make each turn count. Defeating enemies and completing courses will earn you experience to help
XP,
you
level up.
They'll fight well.
Level up. Your
Gains.
offense and defense
Whoa.
stats will improve.
Gains
and you'll
big.
earn new
Gainomax.
skills to
Well.
choose from. The length
Get your
of
juice
each
spots right
session
now.
is up to you, so focus on leveling up your character at your own pace. Once you've rested, you can jump back in for more. There will always be something new for you waiting to be explored.
Playing this adventure game every day will be a way to enjoy regular exercise. It's an adventure.
This is how I crush people.
Dads and moms to
That's above the dad.
He's also a warlock. He can make face
But
bubbles.
there's much more experience in Ring Fit Adventure.
Her hair is also just
Let's
like
show you what else
it's
you
like
can do in the game.
must be
Let's try
glued in
Quick
place.
Yeah,
This is where
exactly.
You can do a variety of exercises in short bursts of time.
We'll start with a mode that targets specific muscle groups.
Hi, Fatal. How you doing?
Take
How's
the
it going, Fatal?
Pectoralis Major Challenge, for instance. The goal here
Fuck, that
is to
did
do
kill
the
again.
specified move as many times as possible within 20 seconds.
What the fuck is this?
A mode where you'll
Yo,
aim
I'm
for
getting the
high
PB
score.
at Mark's house for that one.
Run, climb, and fly through the air.
Fly! Oh my god.
Bust a move.
Bust a
and spin
move.
rates. You can even
Pretty
squeeze
decent
into
chance
the
I do
water.
get this.
There are lots of different games to choose from, and lots of
The
different
minigames
ways
look
to
cool.
move
The
the
adventure
problem.
mode looks
Yeah.
It's a
stupid,
great
but
way to get a
Yeah.
fun,
The
full
minigames
Adventure
looks-
mode's like
But if you want to cut
it's probably
right to the
not
action,
too
you can
like
try more traditional exercise
much
mode.
workout wise,
Set.
yeah.
but
Choose your
like
favorite set
when
of
you play a game,
exercises
sometimes
based
you
on
don't want to
targeted
be
muscle
like,
groups like shoulders or lower.
you know what I
In
mean?
quick
Like
play,
workout.
It's
It's
easy
definitely
to
like a
casually
specific
jump
thing.
in and out of play.
Yes, this is
so
yeah, yeah.
everyone can enjoy
I have
their
thoughts to
fitness
share,
in
but I'll wait
different
until.
ways, like taking turns to compete for high
You
scores
don't have to watch the
against
whole thing,
friends
but-
and family. What do you think?
Get your daily fitness in.
But
while
what if you
adventuring
don't
on
have
your
working
own,
legs?
or
How do
get
you play
together
this game
with
then?
friends and family and take turns playing fun mini games.
Put the leg strap on your arm.
That's Ring Fit Adventure. And if you have no experience with
Like-
fitness, that's no problem.
I don't know.
Adjust the exercise level to your ability so you
I
can
don't know.
continue every day without pushing yourself too hard.
I'm just being kind of serious. Like, what if you
visual
like?
guide
I'm
will
just
be
like,
present
if you're
on screen to
disabled,
show
like, how would you
proper
play this
form
game
and
then? It's like,
technique for each skill.
Well,
Correct posture.
you wouldn't.
is
Yeah,
essential
yeah.
to good
Yeah, like,
It depends.
So be sure
Yeah.
to
It depends.
rely on
I mean,
that.
there's certain things you wouldn't be able
At
to.
the end of each exercise, you
I
can
don't know.
track your performance with some estimated stats like calories burned and heart rate. This way,
but
you
yeah,
can
this
make
is
sure
of
you're
course, this is
hitting
obviously
your
meant for
goals.
like
If you want a real workout
Exercise,
but don't want to cause too much noise, you can also turn on
What?
silent mode to keep your legs active without making heavy impacts.
silent mode.
Each step forward
Yeah,
in Ring
say
Fit
you're like
Adventure
you live
is a
upstairs
real
with someone.
Step forward on
Yeah.
your own fitness
You want
journey.
to be like stomping down
Get
on
together
the
with
Yeah.
family and friends and see how your skills compare, or go
They-
solo. on a
exactly,
quest to
Fatal.
save
Every
the
game isn't
world.
for everyone, exactly.
Yeah.
Ring Fit Adventure for the Nintendo
And
Switch.
games that are for
Ring Fit
everyone,
Adventure
I am
includes
nowhere
a
to be
ring
found.
con, leg strap,
Yeah.
those are
And
typical
game.
game for me.
A Nintendo Switch system is sold separately and required to play this
Oh,
game.
they didn't. Oh.
Let's explore a new world where adventure game meets physical fitness.
It's so happy.
Adventures that keep you
You
moving.
can murder
Nintendo
everybody.
Switch. Ring Fit Adventure.
Wait, is this deja vu? Are they going back again?
Please visit
Is it
the
replay?
Nintendo
Oh, okay.
Switch website.
I was like, wait.
It just lives. Yeah. So
Okay, are we still alive?
obviously,
Am I dead?
what?
Okay,
What's up?
I'm
No,
still
you're
alive.
good.
Okay, I still live.
Okay. So very like with the very easy to like make fun of, right? And of course, like rightfully so. Like the actors and like it's watching it, it's pretty goofy.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm like pretty big advocate of fitness and the importance of it. So I kind of like what they're doing. Like it sucks because it's funny. It's really funny to like watch, easy to make fun of, but it's actually like really cool stuff.
Yeah, sorry.
No, what's up?
I was just gonna add on to that, especially with like VR definitely obviously being like the next big thing in video games. You strap a VR headset onto someone like with a
Nintendo has their like
strap and then like a ring or something. You know,
yeah, they have like,
right there,
the augmented reality like goggles or whatever.
So like the biggest, I don't know, at least in the United States, like the #1 cause of death is heart disease. Something that's like for the most part completely preventable, or like at least like you can mitigate it. Like the day and age that we live in, like with office jobs and like sitting at desks all day, it's very easy for people to not do any physical fitness, and like that's kind of become the norm. It's like to be comfortable and not like do anything, and that it can cause so many different like health issues. And like if you're actually active, you produce endorphins in your brain that help you feel better. And like so like I just really do like the them trying to incorporate that, and like gamifying things is a great way to do it.
Yeah, and it's like on a note for them too, just props. It's like they're not trying to just follow what's big,
right?
"Quote unquote," what's big and what's popular.
No, they're trying to make their own thing.
Yeah,
Nintendo has always done that. Really, like they've always done
predatory like loot box or predatory mechanics to like just like rip money out of people's wallets like at as fast as possible rates. Like they're not, obviously they want to make money. This thing retails for $80. Fatal play, heart disease, cancer, and heart disease prevention meds. Yeah, so like it's watching that video, I can't help but be like, holy crap, Nintendo, like the way the internet's gonna see this. But like I really do like what they're going for.
Yeah,
I agree with you there.
it is a very cringy video. That's it really.
Yeah.
It's a very cringy video. The idea is good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I don't like,
100%.
but I just get very cringy also with where they like force the controller back and forth, and it's like, oh, it's gonna break its shit now.
Well, the controller is not like, it's just the ring. It's just the plastic. The controller is just sitting there. The controller is not.
No, yeah, but that's what I mean. I'm not meaning the controller. I mean the ring itself. It doesn't matter. Like I don't want things to get destroyed. That's the thing.
Yeah, Fatal plays here. Some would love it too. Encourage my 7-year-old to move more. Yeah, so like that's another thing with like the era that we live in today. Like, when I was younger, like yes, we did have like video games like Super Nintendo and stuff. Like I'm 29, but like it's way different now. And like I'm also like kind of in a rural spot, so like we did a lot outdoors. We have like big yards and like just the fact of where I live. But a lot of people, that's not the case, and it's so easy. And I'm not a parent and whatnot, but like from my observations, like like iPads or like devices and tablets, you give it to a kid and it's a blessing. It's like, oh my gosh, a moment where I can relax. I can give them the tablet. They're gonna like the apps, the way it's designed, it's gonna stimulate them. It's gonna like keep them quiet, like some extra rest for me. But like it's also like
it's kind of like the wrong stimulation.
Not all, like everything in moderation.
But but I mean like that way. Because like it makes them feel like, oh, but this is my reward. I can always do this basically, and not say like go outside and play and be active.
Yeah. And like why would you, like as a kid now, why would you go outside and play when you can, if you're a kid with a smartphone or something, why not like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna sit and I'm just gonna play this mobile app that's like designed to like maximize my serotonin and keep me playing and like stimulating. Like it's a lot easier to just kind of like be a potato.
Yeah.
So like this is just awesome. It's like it's easy to make fun of, but at the same time, it's like we need more of this. Welcome back, Survivor. We were just watching Ring Fit Adventure. We just watched the trailer for the new Nintendo Switch Fitness thing, which I think it comes out in October. So very soon. I'm gonna wait and see like reception wise, but there's a very decent chance that I get it.
Yeah. Mark's getting it.
You get fit in before Death Stranding.
There's a moderate chance that I would do some streaming of it. We would see. Because I think that'd be a pretty.
That'll be interesting.
Make for a pretty funny stream. Yeah.
It will be.
Yeah, I don't mind embarrassing myself for the pleasure of others.
Yeah, I don't know if that like strap is like how well it could like adjust with the different sizes. I have no clue.
Yeah.
But I feel like kind of want to touch subject again, but like
Yeah.
video games are very big today, and like obviously kids growing up nowadays, they're gonna grow up with video games as well.
Yeah.
So like if you in your early stage give them a video game that are more like fitness-esque kind of game like this, then it will help them get stimulated and also working out at the same time, having something like a fun, having like a fun activity to do as well. Of course, if you can do, it's nice if you can complement with that by that, you know, like if you can go outside and play as well. But if you don't really have that option to really do it,
Right.
then it's a good way to have like that as a game for your kid to get them still get stimulated and active to do something.
Right.
But props to Nintendo for that.
Yeah,
they're not.
Nintendo's always innovative.
This isn't. They're not designing this to like please the share. I mean, in a way, they're not trying to maximize their profits here. This is actually like like for, you know, the right kind of more. Their morals are in check, I think.
Yeah.
Getting people more because it's too easy to like not be active these days.
And they also made a mark with like Wii Fit, for example.
Oh yeah.
Wii Sports and stuff like that. They made a mark with the whole that
Wii,
brand. So
right, the Wii in general, I guess. Yeah, like Wii Sports.
Yeah.
Like that was kind of like the first stab at it, where it's like, yeah, you know, swing the controller around. Yeah, it's not like
it's not much, but it's something. Like
yep,
it's something. It's just like you're not being stationary, you're like sitting there. You're like you do something active. So they made a mark with the Wii, have those kind of games. So it's obvious for me at least, with the Switch, that you have some accessory or some games be more fitness based as well. To keep going with that.
Yeah.
For the newer generations.
Fatal Plays here mentions wife and son went to a park to play Pokemon Go. Exactly. That's another thing that like, you know, when Pokemon Go first came out, it's easy to like make fun of people or like, oh yeah, everyone's just looking down at their phones or like walking head on into traffic. It's like, well, no, you gotta like, yes, this, you know, concerns.
Stupid shit happens, but people also are stupid as well. But like, fitness wise, exactly. But the positivity are like people were being active. They were walking around,
right,
actively trying to find these different Pokemons. And I like at the time where. Before it actually came out here in Sweden, but I think it was in Europe in general. I had it like illegally, like American version of Pokemon Go. So I played it very early on. So I was very active with it. I walked, like me and a lot of my friends had it, and we walked around in the city a lot. Like we were like even walking around, like even like to the late of the night. Even to the point where I walked all the way from the main city because I missed my bus. I was like, well, you know what? I'm just gonna walk home. I'm just gonna walk home and catch some Pokemons while I do that. And it's like a 40-minute walk. It's like straight walking, and it's also uphill as well. So it's like it was grueling, but at the same time I didn't mind it because I was playing Pokemon Go. So my mind was just like not set of like, oh, it's walking, fucking sucks. It's more like, no, I'm doing something. I'm finding Pokemon. So was that grueling?
There's a lot that we've learned from like video games and like psychology in the past like 10, 15 years, and it's nice to see it coming around to like fitness because it's a very important thing.
Yeah.
You know. Another thing I was gonna say. Like the Wii Fit, like balance board.
Yeah.
I think Wii Fit with like the balance. That was originally like a Wii product, and then they had Wii Fit U. Which
Yeah.
for the Wii U, which is the next console from Nintendo, it's not the Wii, it's the Wii U.
It was a
It's
Wii
new
U
one.
that people thought Wii U was
It's
a,
like, why
a
do they have
tablet.
a Wii?
They didn't understand it was a new console. They thought it was a tablet, and they were like, "Oh, I don't want to buy the accessory. That's like really expensive." It's like, no, it's a new console.
But like, you know, I had the Wii Fit U. We got the real gaming gorilla. With a
Yeah.
big fatty lurk.
Thanks for the lurk. Thanks, buddy. Thank you very
Gorilla.
much.
Oh.
Oh, it's doing it again.
But like, last thing on this is like, the Wii Fit U, like the balance board. Like, I actually learned like from that game. There was a thing where you could. It was like for posture or for like when you're like everyone's body's built differently. So like when you're walking, you might put more weight on your right foot, and when you're standing straight up, you might just rest more onto your left side. So over 5, 10, 15, 20 years of always walking that way, you might be more prone to developing like hip issues with your left hip or right knee.
Yeah.
So with the Wii Fit U, like the balance board, there's one like part of it like either in setup or a mini game where you're standing on it, and it showed you your center of gravity and where you were putting weight on. And like after me standing on it, it's like, oh, what? Like we're just standing comfortably, and it's like analyzing. It's like, oh, and you can see on a chart.
Yeah.
And it helps you like, oh, you need to put more weight on the balls of your feet and like step forward, and it actually like kind of helped me like, you know, correct that aspect. So
That's pretty
It's kinda
cool.
cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
They should bring that back.
yeah, I love the Wii Fit U is awesome. My the battery terminals or whatever corroded on my balance board, so I couldn't.
Oh
put batteries in.
shit! Yeah.
Yeah.
That's you're like fucked if that happens. Shoe gels, it measures your postures and stuff like that. Oh, really? Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. We did stuff like that too.
Yeah, I mean, it's very important for careers where you're on your feet like 8 hours a day, 7 days a week. You know,
Yeah,
nurses,
being
and
a
chefs.
cook. Yeah,
Yep.
fucking sucks if you have bad posture. Yeah. That caught me off guard, Buck. I just imagine myself, Buck is like picking away from the board, is like throwing at people. Fuck you! What's up, bitches?
Those are heavy.
Yeah, they're fucking hefty.
Yeah, but there was some fun stuff on the Wii Fit. There was a waiter. So like there was a game where you played as like a mini game where you played as a waiter. So you stand on the balance board and you walk in place, like just stomp to move.
Yeah.
And you're holding the tablet, right? The gamepad like this.
Yeah.
And there's like a gyro in it. So
Yes,
there's like drinks and food.
Yeah.
So you're walking around and you're trying to like balance this and not like spill
Spill
drinks
over
and you're
drinks,
trying to
yeah.
deliver it to people. Yeah, there's like so much really cool fun stuff.
I used to spill a drink when I was back in school. We were like training. You train for being a waiter. Of course I wouldn't become a waiter, but like it was part of being in the restaurant school of learning how it is to be a waiter or waitress.
Okay.
So you know like how front of the house works.
Exactly, know how the front of house works. And it's just all those basic really. So you can like also respect that line of work as well for other people that has it. And also like of course like towards the third year of in school you would then choose if you want to be a waiter or if you want to be a cook, or if you want to be a cook that would be like overseas, like working in ships and stuff like that. But yeah, I used to drop a drink on a lady. I balanced wrong, had a wrong posture. I dropped a drink on a lady, and like it was like spilled like back on her neck. It's like, I was like, oh shit,
Oh my god, that's pretty.
That's
That's
fucking
like
sucks.
worse. Yeah, because like there's not.
Because I was like balancing like everything on this one plate, all the fucking
yeah.
drinks, and it's like, I was like, also because you can't fucking set it down and then put it in. You have to do this posture.
Right,
And then,
you have to balance things, because if you have like a thing of drinks, if you take a drink off like this
exactly,
close
take
side,
one,
then
you have
the
to
weight
still
changes
cut
and-
exactly. So you gotta change it as well, and then at the same time you can also have the different. You need to change your posture as you are leaning in, and like
Right. Yep.
it's like fuck me, it was difficult. And like I think it was like the second last drink, it just like tipped over and it's like got into her. It's like fuck me, god damn it. But the good thing is that obviously because it was in the school, like it even says on the menu that this is like the part of a training, part of the school. So like
man.
mistakes
The
will
lady-
happen.
How did she react?
She was fine with it. Like, of course, it was kind of like frustrating. It was for me extremely embarrassing, but
Yes.
she was cool with it because obviously mistakes will happen.
Yeah.
It
But
says
she could have easily like flipped the heck out and.
she could easily done that. But if she did, then at least the teachers would have stepped in and it's like explained
Right.
things. It's like so like. There have been times where it happened, like there were people be freaking out, stuff like that, and they would be escorting the people out because they're like, well, you didn't actually follow the rules, reading the rules, like, hey, these are actually students, mistakes will happen, so you kind of have to respect a little bit that stuff will happen. Like, I'm sorry, that's just the way things are, so don't be too harsh on people.
We had this thing, I had this thing in high school, we do, in high school, where it's like, for junior and senior year, you can opt to do like a trade, so like a practice in a trade, and like there's culinary is one of them, so you go to like a different school and stuff and go to a kitchen. But they had that same thing where it was like for a little bit of time we had like a restaurant for like 2 weeks or a month or whatever.
Yeah.
Teachers and other students can come in, but it was like the same deal. Like obviously you're not gonna have fucking waitresses and like they're not. We weren't getting paid, obviously, so it's like
No, we didn't get paid either. It was like part of the like training. It's
yeah,
like
exactly. But like you come in like knowing that this like it's a restaurant in practice, pretty much.
Yeah.
So, like
so
so you can't just expect like everything to be
fucking top notch and like it would be
Perfect,
perfect. And even at a running restaurant, like mistakes will happen. We're all humans.
Yeah.
Like
no straight up.
there are human errors. We will be messing up and like, whoops, I spilled a drink. Whoops, I dropped the plate. Whoops, like shit will happen. So yeah, it's more like accountable when you are in the business itself. You're more accountable by the mistakes, so of course.
Yeah, 100% true.
We got missing minds blowing up chat here.
Yeah, I see.
Remember a game back in the early 90s that was Olympics game. It had a huge mat that with circles that you stood on would run on them to do a
Yeah,
lot
it
of
was
sport.
the back in the NES, the 8-bit.
Oh, okay.
This huge ass mat. I have the game actually. I have the game, a physical copy of it. I don't have the mat, but yeah, there was accessory where you could use
Was it Nintendo?
Yeah, it was Nintendo. Yeah, with the 8-bit console NES.
Okay.
You used the controller, but you can also buy this huge ass accessory like a mat, and you would like stomp on it to run. But obviously, like after a while, you'll be tired, so you like be like sitting down and be like using your hands up and down instead. There's a funny video of it by Angry Video Game Nerd. I think he did a record like a review of it. Like yeah, obviously it's like yeah, you were running it, but after a while, you'd be like, "Fuck, this is too tired." So I'm just gonna lay down and like use my hands instead.
Yeah, from a very early on point, Nintendo's always tried to be like that, and innovative, like Duck Hunt and stuff.
Yeah.
That's not necessarily fitness, but just kind of like thinking outside the box, trying.
Yeah, 100%.
Wow, Fada, that sucks. It happens to be at the restaurant every time there's an accident. So you always like, shit always happen at your table. The fuck? Oh man, the same thing. So NJ, how you doing? About trans
NJ?
vibrator for res. Oh wow, yes. Oh my god, the vibrator.
What?
What Have you not heard about it? Yeah,
No.
gaming's first vibrator. Have you not heard about?
I've not heard about that. Is it a video? Is there a fun video we can watch?
What? But no, you know you just know you can't.
What do am I supposed to Google search something? What can I don't know. Tell me.
It was only sold in Japan. Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was a rhythm. It was a rhythm-based game.
Is a sex thing or no?
It's a vibrator. It's a physical vibrator that the girls, because it was a game for girls, but it was a vibrator that you could play with your girlfriend. Yeah, exactly. She will use a vibrator, and you will play the game. It was like rhythm-based, and that will like vibrate according to how well you do. And
Oh my god. That's nuts,
like-
dude. Not looking it up. I'm not gonna look it up. But that's nuts as fuck. That's crazy.
that is wow, Fatal. You just brought that from my memory. Coco, how you doing?
Wow.
Perfect time.
Yeah,
My perfect
welcome
time.
down.
You just
we-
definitely. What's up, guys? Whoa, what the fuck is going on? Slowly back away. Slowly back away.
Yeah, so we got into this tangent here, Coco. We were watching the new Ring Fit Adventure thing for the Switch, Nintendo Switch's new kind of latest fitness game coming out, and we were talking about like the balance board and all just crazy. I guess now, alternate control schemes.
Yeah. Truly unique exercise invention of gaming. Yeah,
Seriously,
it
though.
was very unique and talked
Totally,
about a
totally
lot during that
prepared.
time when it came out. Wow, it was a hot topic.
If I were to want to Google this, what would I? I'm asking for a friend.
You were a friend.
Gaming vibrator.
Yeah,
Or
Rez,
like
REZ, for the PlayStation 2.
PS2
Just Google that and you will. Yeah,
musical rail shooter.
yeah, exactly. It's a rail shooter.
Okay. Res Trance Vibrator. Okay.
Yep.
Res Trance Vibe.
Oh my god.
Okay. All right.
It's all good, Coco. How you doing? All good, Hope? Yeah. Yeah, it was, yeah.
Okay.
It
Okay.
was very unique and interesting type of game. I remember that, like, being talked about a lot when it came out. There was a hot news topic. It was like, what is this?
Yeah.
What is this game? What? Gameplay was a bit stiff.
Is that? Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Jesus. Remember when a game at all? American kids were like, "How do I get a Japanese PS2 asking for my girlfriend?" Yeah. It was going to
Oh.
shade future of gaming. Ahmad.
I was gonna get a mod. So Goose, the font. Now I
Yeah,
can see
now you
it
see
with
it.
A mod. Yeah.
It's
A
fucking
mod used to
horrible.
be-
It's horrible.
It was a mod, then just one like big line, but now it's all segmented.
It was like, it's horrible. Ahmad, you need to change your name. The lines aren't connected anymore. Looks like a rail. It looks like Oregon Trail. A failed Oregon Trail run.
Well, that was fun.
That was fun. Good
Yeah, we
note.
didn't really have too much planned for today, so we were kind of just we usually don't really do just like pure talk show over here.
Yeah,
But
and it's actually been a long time since we did a pure talk show.
yeah,
Since the
because we
early
usually
days.
like to have like topics, planned out. Or at least I do. I like. To
I did.
have those
I did as well. What do you mean? I
we're
helped out.
all of us are live streamers, so we pretty much
Yeah.
we're winging it is a big hobby of ours.
Yeah.
But,
But we do it pretty well. I would say. Pretty well.
I like it.
I like it. But I think this is a good thing to end it at.
yeah.
I think we get
Yeah,
at the
I'm
mark.
gonna do a little bit of research here myself.
Asking for a friend.
I've been a little quiet. I've kind of been on eBay checking out my current auctions and stuff.
Don't you have a PlayStation 2?
Trying to Google search if emulation will work with it, and
Oops, I meant to type that into Google. My bad.
Missing Mind says trying to do podcasts ever since 2010. Can never find anyone to co-host with. Wow. Well, sometimes here we do have guests. Joe Zombie 93 is kind of our talent, our booking agent.
Yeah.
So maybe you could join us sometime here, Buck.
We'll be in touch.
Yeah, Fatal. You can also be a guest. Of course. Everyone can be a guest if you want to just like hang out here. We have a special slot for the guests. Yes. So everyone is always invited to join, hang out.
Maybe we can get Fatal on here. He can.
And we can
give
like
us his review of the.
And we don't need. We can even just
Red
like
Strike.
if Buck wants to join as well, we can just do like 2 guests. We've done that before.
One podcast,
Multiple-
2 guests.
1 podcast, 2 guests, 1 goose, several topics. What would it be? Tonight on the Goost Shit Podcast. How do you get the Japanese PS2? Asking for a friend.
TOS.
Can you put me between 2 pictures of ferns? Sure, I can do that. I can fix that.
Between Two Ferns had I have not watched it in a long time, but they had like a movie coming out, a movie on Netflix or something.
Oh, do they?
I think
is
so.
it?
I don't know.
Between Two Ferns is a Zach Galifianakis like YouTube talk show where it's kind of like it's very like dry humor, like kind of awkward conversation. But he's had like all different like Barack Obama was on it, I'm pretty sure, but he's had all different celebrities on there. But
Yeah.
I think they released a Netflix movie. Oh yeah, Fatal. I thought Goose got it, but I was like, wait, maybe not.
No, but Zach,
Goose like
man, like that. I couldn't pronounce his last name. It's so hard, but yeah, Zach. But I didn't know just about that show.
Yeah, I'm very big fan of like deadpan humor. So
Creep role model. Yes, Zach Galifianakis. King.
yeah, I think that's the correct
Really how
spelling.
it is.
I mean, we already know what happens. We already know what happens if we have several people.
Oh yeah. Wait.
Oh my god! Where's even Joe?
Joe's
Wait,
gone.
where's Joe? Oh wait, there he is.
Joe, can you get? All I got is Joe's armpit over here. Whoa!
Oh, whoa, Joe!
Survivor! What happened to Survivor?
What happened to Spider? He's like multiple people. What the fuck is this? What the hell happened?
I can be over here. Or I can be over here. Oop. I got my catfish T-shirt in the frame. It's actually a koi fish, but
It's a koi fish. Cat hugging koi fish.
Well, she.
Next second, it's like unplug them. Oh man.
well,
Always so good.
Goose, you wanna put a
Joe?
bow on this?
Put a little nice ribbon, a little bit bow there. Yeah. Thank you everybody so much for hanging out on today's stream, and of course the Good Shit Podcast as well. And as always, I want to give some special love and attention to my lovely host and co-host Mark Zombie and Joe Zombie 93. Please make sure give some love here.
Yes, thank you, Goose. It was awesome. Fun
We
times. Fatal,
appreciate it.
Spiver, Buck, and Jay. Hope you guys had a nice time hanging out with us. We do this, pretty much we do this for just an excuse for the three of us. Real life friends, IRL buddies, all three of us are.
Yeah, can just like hang out.
Yeah.
Get some time to just like hang out and chat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much. That means a lot, Fatal. It definitely means so much to hear that you and of course everybody else having a good time hanging around here and just have an awesome time on this Sunday. It makes me very happy to hear that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Fatal. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And of course, it makes it something like makes us to do it more and continue on and try to evolve as well. So
Right.
Yeah.
We've been, I don't know, how long have we been doing the show? We should have like a 1 year, like, we've definitely been doing it for a year, right?
We
Yeah.
definitely must have done it for almost a year now.
That's wild.
Because I remember, like... Because it wasn't long after I came home from visiting you.
Well, yeah, it was pretty much the drive to the airport, taking you there is when we, like, made the plan to do it.
Yeah, exactly. So...
Maybe, like, a few weeks after you got back, or a month or whatever is when we started.
I think so. So it must be, like... Must have almost, like, have been a year or past like that already. I feel like that.
Crazy.
Crazy. It's crazy. Oh.
Hell yeah, Fatal.
Hey, yeah, Fatal. Yeah.
Good on you.
It'd be awesome if you make a podcast as well. It'd be awesome, Fatal. And of course, Fatal, like, if you want to be a guest here, just please message me or Joe or Mark, anyone else.
We've had a handful of guests, other streamers or other just friends of ours come on, but we're never really like great at like proactively scheduling it. So if anyone's, we kind of
It was kind of like if anyone says like, "Hey, I want to be a guest," we just like, "All right," just like bring them in. Just like,
we also we like I said, we've been doing it for about a year. It's always we always try new things. The Amiibo tournament, the Good Shit Trail runs. We play Oregon Trail. We'll probably do some Jackbox eventually. We try to do like viewer involvement stuff is what we like, but we have there's no signs of us stopping.
exactly.
We have no plans to ever not do this. Of course, we're gonna miss a week or two here and there, but we are.
There'll be times where like, of course, we can't do it for like obvious reasons. But I think like the thing we're like focusing a lot on, which I really like a lot and makes me happy, is like the viewer interaction.
Yeah.
Having people involved in the podcast itself, not just being like podcast is like talking, but it's like having a viewer interaction. If we're playing a game and stuff like that, and having them involved.
We have a suggestion, and this is exactly what we want too. We're very open to suggestions. Like we want that's kind of where we really picked up with the podcast. Like that's what it turned into. Like you think podcasts and like today was more of a traditional podcast, but usually we do like viewer involvement stuff. Jackbox is risky with viewers. I can see that.
If you guys
he said Fall
type inappropriate shit.
Fall Guys. Is that let's see.
So we're always open for suggestions if there's anything. We're gonna look up Fall Guys right now, but just we always.
Aww, ultimate knockout. What is this? It's cute.
Looks like some mini games and stuff.
Yeah.
For a bunch of people, kind of like a marbles type thing, but.
PlayStation.
Another thing is marbles. So, you know.
Oh yeah, marbles. Yeah.
The Amiibo tournament was an idea that we came up with where like it's like, oh yeah, well we can just have the AIs battle and we can name it after the viewers and we can just commentate and get people involved and like of course like we want to do more stuff like that. So we've like marbles and Jackbox are like really the big things. But we're always open for which neither of them we've done. The latest kind of brainchild of ours was the Oregon trail runs where we've only done it one session, but it was
I would like to go back to it.
Because we basically named the viewers after the Oregon trail. We would Missing Minds got dysentery.
And we also kind of tried out different versions, but we now know which we're gonna play as well. Not the modern version because that was sucky. Sucky.
Yeah, no hunting.
No hunting. Yeah. Goes like MLG Pro Hunter is like so fucking difficult. Oh man. But yeah, we're gonna find somebody to rate it, of course.
Yeah, next time here, Fado, we'll definitely check out that. We can add that and we can watch that.
Yeah.
Live on stream and maybe check that out.
Yeah. See what we can.
Yeah.
Oh,
shit.
oh yeah. Let's see. Who do we have?
But we do have the raid command. The raid call command sounds a little something like this. Feel free to insert your. Feel free to insert your own emotes. Even if you don't have the Floppagoose emotes, you'll still honor Goose.
To honor me. Make me very happy if I still see that in chat.
I have the perfect one here, Goose. Check this out.
Is it moist one?
No. Hold on, it's worth it.
Okay. I'm holding on.
Okay, all right. How about it?
Oh, he's that dude.
Idiot music. Yes,
yeah. Cool.
He's fantastic emotes. Very talented musician. Streamer on Twitch.
He's awesome.
One of my favorites of his is this one right here. The googly eyes.
Oh man. But I think
so. Raid victim?
Yeah, I'm trying to see. Maybe let's see here. It's been a while. I'm thinking maybe. Either Silence Waffles or we have Rogue Dracos as well.
Your pick.
Solar Rose playing some Code Vein. Solar Rose. He just put up some Instagram posts on how to shave as a weeb.
Might have to check that one out.
That's pretty hilarious.
Been watching. You got to check out My Hero Academia, Goose.
I gotta do that.
Trust me. I know you will like it.
I will. I'm pretty sure.
It's annoying. Like I get it. Like when there's something that's like really big and popular, it's annoying when everyone's like, "Oh, it's so good, it's so good." But like, trust me, I think you would really like it.
I think so.
Yes, Fatal plays Texas Smash. Me and Amanda and actually Joe was at our house watching a couple episodes, but we just finished season number 1. Just loving it so far. It's so incredible.
I know Claire also loved My Hero Academia. So yeah.
Midori and All Might. Yeah. Yeah, the characters are very good.
We should just have like a time where like we all just like watch that together.
I would in a heartbeat watch that with you guys. So let us know, Goose.
Yeah. If it makes me want to punch a car more than watching that show.
Amazing character development, yeah. Yeah, it really tugs at your heartstrings and but like, oh man, it's just like kind of the ultimate like. Well, I don't want to get into it right now. We're about to start the raid here, but very good show. We will definitely keep watching that.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna be rating Silent Waffles. Just having an ad here, just waiting it to disappear. Come on, ad, disappear, please. Bless.
All right.
Bless. Ad.
He's getting. He just made 1.5 cents from that. Are you watching that ad?
Yeah. Exactly. Yes, let's see here. Silence. There we go. We can do anime? Yeah, sure. We can do that when you guest appearance. Sure.
Hell yeah.
Talk about anime and stuff like that. Hell yeah. But yeah, thank everybody so much for hanging out today. And thank you once again, Mark and Joe as well, being awesome, lovely as you all are. And let's go and give Silence here some big booty goosey love here. And yeah, take care, everybody. Much
Bye,
love.
everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Much love.
Bye. Bye.
Go to his channel and be silent.